Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Because somewhere around the world, that is truly what time it is. And I am happy that I'm here with my co-host today. Shout out to everybody and happy New Year's to everybody. And I love you, Rico, but I'm not a fan of the right. I'm actually the biggest conspiracy theorist on. I don't like both sides. I just love Donald Trump. That's just my guy. But let's just get to Missouri.
45 for the win.
45 for the win. All right. Let's get to my stories. Quick. Missouri police couldn't use marijuana odor as a basis of vehicle, and Adam, you're gonna take up my buddy list as a basis of vehicle or property searches under new bill. Missouri lawmaker has pre-filed a bill for the 2024 session that would prevent police from using the smell of marijuana as the sole basis of a warrantless vehicle or property search. Gumshoes. The legislation, sponsored by Representative Ian Mackey, a Democrat, would build on the state's voters-approved cannabis legalization law, reform, and law enforcement policies in a way that mirrors steps taken by other jurisdictions like Maryland and New Jersey. Mackey filed an earlier version of the bill in 2021, but it did not advance out of the committee. The one-page measure says the odor of marijuana alone shall not provide a law enforcement officer with probable cause to conduct a warrantless search of a motor vehicle, home, or other private property. Several legal cannabis states have similarly imposed the restrictions on police, including Maryland, where the governor allowed legislation to go into law last year that blocks warrantless vehicle searches based on marijuana odor alone. New Jersey Supreme Court has already recently upheld similar rules in a case involving improper search. In Missouri, the implementation of a voter-approved 2022 legislation law has also led to the expungement of more than 100,000 marijuana cases from court records. As of November, meanwhile, marijuana sales in Missouri passed the $1 billion mark in 2023, which includes both adult use and medical marijuana. Of tax revenue received by the state, lawmakers recently announced that $17 million will be used to fund veterans' health, drug treatment, and legal aid. And that is amazing. And that is the end of no, it's not. More broadly, Missouri's marijuana system has experienced considerable turbulence this past year, with tens of thousands of products recalled over the allegedly illegal use of hemp-derived cannabinoids from outside the state. In November, officials moved to revoke the business licenses of Delta Extraction, the company of the center of controversy. The incident put state marijuana regulators on their heels regarding practices at product testing labs, which have already come under fire earlier in 2023 over alleged practices of lab shopping as producers sought higher THC potency numbers. Another company, retailer Point Management, which does business with Shangri-La and Columbia, recently settled a dispute with a union over 15 charges of unfair labor practices. It's part of a broader push by workers at cannabis businesses to organize the industry. Meanwhile, lawmakers in November said the state's marijuana regulators overstepped their authority when settling new rules on product branding and packaging, meant to limit appeal to children. Businesses also recently filed a lawsuit challenging the stacked local and county taxes that company says is unconstitutional. Last month, meanwhile, two Missouri Republicans pre-filed a pair of bills to legalize the medical use of, I don't know how you say that, psilocybin, and required clinical trials exploring the therapeutic potential of the psychedelic. I don't know, Dave, you can help me out here. It's psilocybin.
Psilocybin. It basically means mushrooms. That's a hallucinogenic compound.
I don't do it, but that's the end of my story. Tell me what you think. Is it cool that the police can't pull you over for smelling like the cool? Let me know, co-hosts and people in the chat.
Yes, this is great, and I think they should go ahead and move this to federal law, because just nearly every state is saying that now. Every state that legalizes is saying that they're no longer going to be doing it. So I think we're at that point. They need to just make this a blanket law across the.
I think Texas is going to suck on that regards because, like, you could just tell still in other counties where they're trying to enact it, and it's just it's sad, but it's a tool used to violate people's constitutional rights. You know, because they let you sell Delta 8, they let you sell these fake flowers in these stores, and when you burn the fake flowers, it smells like the real one. So you could literally be like driving, and the police is like, "Oh, you're smoking pot." No, this is Delta 8, buddy. I don't know what you're talking about, and you still go to jail for it.
It's THC.
Oh, but you get a chance in the pretrial procedures to challenge it. It happened out here in California where the police had to retire their dogs would alert to weed and other drugs, and as soon as they brought one in front of a court and they challenged, well, what did you smell? Did you smell weed in there? Because if you did, it's legal. Anything else is not. And so the dogs had to be retired. They got search warrants and cases dismissed. So in California, we got this working fairly quickly. But judges still can say, no, I'm not going to stop it and really go forward, in which case you roll people up for smell of weed. And Tony used the right term. This is a tool law enforcement likes to use to be able to get inside your business. And smoking weed's legal now.
To be able to violate your constitutional rights as an American, Dale. That's what they use it for.
Violating constitutional rights is the way of the law.
Real good law enforcement, but I need everybody, especially like conservatives, because we're not right-leaning, we're conservatives. We care about the Constitution.
That's right.
I just want more conservatives to understand that don't start licking boots because, you just saying, oh, no. This is the army for the rich. They come outside every day with a gun and they're forcing you to pay them money. So, yeah, there are good cops that are out there. Get in the child traffickers, get in the bad criminals, and get in the bad guys. But then there are also people who are just following orders and taking your money. So you have to understand where you need to be putting your energy and who you need to be supporting. I'm just saying, be mindful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
It seems to me that any state that has a medical cannabis program shouldn't allow for the odor of cannabis to be probable cause.
I agree.
I would sum this up in one word, which is progress.
I love it. And you know what? This is you guys are gonna love this. My 80-year-old aunt just texted me. She said, "You can't go by the smell. What if the guy that owned the car before you smoked, but you don't?"
Facts. Facts. This car stank since I bought it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.